Hello everyone, myself Uday Datrak. I'm planning to teach 100 plus unique web application security issues in just 20 hours. Watch from lesson 0 guys, otherwise you may not understand the lessons. I'm teaching 100 plus unique security issues in just 20 hours guys. Search in YouTube for bug bounty tutorial Uday Datrak. You don't need to have any basic skills, you don't need to have any coding skills. Now we'll talk about insecure direct object reference guys, IDOR. We also call it as IDOR. This attack can be performed in many ways guys, like it can be done for the files, it can be done for the integers, or it can be done for the strings. I'll be telling you why. It can also be done for the changing passwords. Okay, we'll talk this later. First of all, insecure direct object reference, what it is actually. Let's say there is a site localhost and there is a page like profile.jsp or something, php, whatever it is. Let's say id equal to 1. If you change the id value to 2, what happens guys? What happens when you enter id equal to 1? Now we'll look at the backend code guys. This is the php code which I have it on my machine. Now I'll be showing you the code in the backend. So let's say here similarly there is a parameter value called Uday. As soon you enter 1, what happens? Whatever you have entered in the place of Uday will be assigned to this variable. Now user underscore check becomes 1 guys. So here it will be entered as 1 because user underscore check we assigned 1, right? Now what happens? Select id number comma username from users where username is equal to 1. That means it is now showing up these two things, id comma username. It can be anything, id equal to 1000, 2000, whatever it is, but it is showing the username on the page for this user number 1. If you change it to 2, it will show other username. If you change it to 3, it will show the other username guys. Like now what attacker can do, he can collect all the usernames and he can change the he can brute force for the password. That is one scenario guys. I'll be talking about 10 scenarios in this videos itself because we always come across this issue most of the times. Now I need to put back the code so that I can show you the practical now. What is the file name? idor dot am I running ramp? Okay, I need to install Foxy proxy, that one, but forget it. Okay, we don't need proxy at this moment for this. Now localhost slash, I'm trying to show the file. Okay, question mark. You know all the basics guys, so that's why. Now I entered Uday is equal to 1. What happened? Is it not showing up on the page? 1 second guys, maybe. Yes, yeah, Uday. Yes, whatever I have to assign, that variable is going to here, and MySQL query link is correct. Yes, one second guys, I have to see like how the database there in the backend, like maybe in the last few days I forgot like how we created the user IDs over there. Let's check now. I don't even remember the database name of this application. Now config.php, what is the database name guys? Demo is the okay. Demo table. Users. Yeah, ID equal to. These are the okay. Got it. Select where. Sorry guys. I told I was mistaken. It was what it is doing here. If you could see, like select ID username from users where username equal to. It is checking for usernames here. That means when I supply something like username Uday Datrak, it is showing user ID. Like instead of that, I could make a small change here within the code. Let's play with the code. So now ID equal to, yeah, now it will work guys. If I enter 1, it is showing the ID equal to 1 Uday Datrak. If I replace it with 2, it will show 2 Uday, like if I replace it with, it will show the second, like 2 Uday Datrak 1, because it is the 1, right? If I give 7, it will show Uday 101 guys. Yes, so this is IDOR guys, insecure direct object reference, because attacker can easily guess 1 by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, he can increment it. To protect from that, what some websites will do it, they will use some big number like this, like Facebook, right? They use that big number. That's the protection guys. It's a weak protection too. I'll like the best protection is never depend on the user input itself. First one, like I'll talk about that later. Now the same second example which I am gonna show you is here. Instead of ID, that is this integer based IDOR, right? Integer based insecure direct object reference. Now here I'll change this piece of code. It is just like pause the video guys and copy the code if you want to work on that. Yes, now username. Now string based is sometimes it will be like this guys, like if it is something like Uday Datrak, it is showing Uday Datrak details, or something like if it is Uday, yeah, people will change with Uday, Ravi, and see that what all the valid usernames on the server. So this one is not showing any details, but this one Uday, it's showing the details. That means this username exists on the server. It's not just username guys. With this, attacker can find out on the page here, it will show the email address, phone number kind of thing. Now where all you can check insecure direct object reference, like the first one is profile page, you can check, and profile edit page you can check, change password page you can check. So these are the pages example I am telling you. Now let's talk about the scenario, like profile page, it's for viewing, right? Profile edit page, sometimes when you want to change your name or first name or last name, email address on the profile change page, if it is passing ID equal to 1, what you need to do is you need to change ID is equal to 2 and see whether other profile user details are getting changed or not. That could be like a severe issue. The third one could be severe issue guys, change password page, because I found this more than 10 times in my career at least. Like what happens is change password page, when you are changing password, it will also ask for the email address and password. So if you change that email address to some, like your email address to some other email address, his password will be changed. It is not necessary. If the application is weak, then only it will be changed. So the attacker, if the application, if the on a change password page, if the change password page is vulnerable to IDOR guys, that means attacker can change all the users passwords and he can log in as them. Yeah, now to check IDOR, like most of the times what happens, the first one is the integers you're gonna give, like I'll be showing you 10 examples like for which all things it could work. Like for integers it could be something like this, or string it will be like Uday, then you need to rename with the names which you already know. Third one is something like email address can also be possible. And the IDOR can be work on get request, put request, post request, right? Anything. And sometimes IDOR you can check it for directly for what do you say, guys, usernames as a like itself, like 1 2 it's not a parameter value, it's like 1 2, then it will show the usernames on the server, like this page has been created by Uday, this page has been created by Kumar, this page has been created by Rajesh, if you give 2 3 something like that. Okay, now this is one scenario. I'll put in one bracket, like. And the fourth, another approach, guys, insecure direct object reference, it's something like the it can happen on get request, post request and all, right? Yes. And similarly the same thing is like you can also give the usernames too, like here. Medical applications, guys, like some medical application will be having some files like slips like 001.pdf files kind of thing. You are trying to get all the slips which contains the amount or card numbers kind of thing. What you need to do, like I'm just scenario I'm telling you about the slips. It can be like resume, it can be the transaction, it can be anything, or some photos on the like on some websites, or like for example there will be all the employees photos will be there, like it's also like 1.pdf, 1.jpg, 2.jpg kind of thing. Just scenario I'm saying, if it is something like government application, it should not disclose all the employees photos, right? If it is something like army kind of thing. The fourth scenario is, I just got in my mind and I flash and it just gone. Photos, phone numbers, receipts, folders, whatever it is, like so how you gonna find the like photos files, guys? Like if you want to see the photo path, what you're gonna do, you need to do the right click on the photograph and then copy click location, then copy link location, right click, and then you will see like this path like 1.jpg. then you can simply rename it to 2 3 4 5 kind of thing. Now we talked about photos. Now change password page, guys. For example, how it looks like, post request within the burp suite, it looks like sometimes like change password .php something in the burp suite. If you see somewhere, it will be like change password equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 ampersand new password equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So sometimes this is secured, but sometimes what you need to do is, sometimes what happens, it will send also like this, user equal to Uday ampersand. Then what you're gonna do is you need to modify this you need to create one more user on the server, so that with another name called something like Binny, and then you try to give Binny here and change the password and see whether your second account password got changed or not. This is for the change password page, guys. Like delete account kind of thing, guys. When you want to delete your account, it will show something like localhost / delete / account Uday. It is not a parameter value or whatever it is, like it just replace this folder name Uday to something to like some other Binny and see whether that account got deleted or not. Like you need to create that by yourself, you can check that, or else delete account can also be possible in this scenario, guys. Like delete account delete.php question mark id equal to 1. Then if you let's say this page is used to delete the account, then you can simply modify the id equal to 2 and that account gets deleted. So insecure direct object reference is not just for the reading the other user guys, can also be used for modifying other details, deleting others data, changing others passwords, changing others photographs, reading other files on the server. It can be anything, can be like simple thing is, if you see whatever something, if it is looks simple and if you try to modify to increment and if you see that is changing, then that's the security issue guys. So if it discloses any sensitive information, if you feel, if you are a security tester and if you are doubtful, then you can report it as a low level issue guys. If they say that it's not any security issue, then you will be learning it. At least you have to report it. And like what you guys can do is, whoever is attending my videos, watching my videos, try to create a WhatsApp group and discuss over there when you come across the issue, whether it is a really security issue or not, like if you get it out. But make sure that when you are discussing with others, try to replace this website name with simple syntax XSS, so that you are not disclosing your company information or the website which you are testing. That could be considered as illegal because you are not allowed to talk about some bug bounty websites, right? For example, if it's a private bug bounty, you should not talk about that website name publicly. That's why it's better, it's a good idea always when you ask for questions, mask it, the domain. That's it guys. So that's it. Like if you have any questions, do let me know. And yes, we talked about fixing about the IDOR, right? The thing is that I told you about one scenario, like Facebook uses some very big number, something like this. Like now there is another scenario, instead of depending on the user input here like what happens, it doesn't take any user input actually. When the user enters his username and password on the login page, it will set the username in the session ID at the server side itself, not at the client side. And every time whenever you are trying to change your getting profile details right here, it will try to read from the session variable itself. So even though if you give any number here, it doesn't impact here, it doesn't show anything like Uday whatever, it doesn't show any. Maybe I did not save here. Okay, control S, yeah. Now it doesn't show because maybe I did not define this thing here. Now yes, I did not define, that's why in the page error. So it's simple. At the server, in order to fix, instead of $_get for a PHP application, they'll be using $_session. That means it doesn't read the user input. The server already knows that who is the valid user, and based on the valid user only it will be changing the password. You cannot tamper session variable values guys. Okay, thank you.